I'm being hilarious right now. Oh.
Let's do an introduction, shall we?
Oh, sure, certainly.
Welcome.
Oh, I've stuffed this up, haven't I?
To the Carnival of Bastards, live and in video.
That's right, it's the podcast, or vodcast if you will, where you have Doctor Who fans taking the piss out of Doctor Who because we love it so much. My name is David Innes.
My name is St. John Carp.
And together we are going to be doing a quasi-audio commentary on a classic story. What classic story are we doing?
It's so classic, it is from the 1980s.
It's so classic, you make it sound, that sounds like something a real estate agent would say.
Yeah, when they're trying to sell you a house that's overrun with sewage and damp and rats.
Right, yes.
Which pretty much describes the John Nathan Turner era.
That did have very nice furnishings though.
We have picked, because neither of us brought the DVD that we were supposed to watch. We ran out to the ABC shop, which was wonderfully closed, and then we ran over to Galaxy and picked from their poultry selection Vengeance on Varos.
Vengeance Indeed on Varos by Philip Martin, who also wrote other things.
Right you are, David. As you can see, dear viewers, we are well set for the evening.
Yeah.
David's drinking some weird concoction that claims to be a white wine.
It's a Yalumba Sauv Blanc, and it's got a fish on it. There's a fish.
Oh, get your fish out of my face.
And here we get the wonderful, full-on 80s, including wonderful special effects of the 80s title sequence for Vengeance on Varos.
I don't think there's any argument for Dr. Face in the opening credits.
Really? I'm a big fan of Dr. Face. I much prefer Dr. Face now, that it's subtler.
It's more subtly done, it's passable now, but really? Oh, here we go, we've got Cutie McCute Pants without his shirt. This is what, Sean Connery's son?
Yes, so this is the only reason Jason Connery ever got a career was because, he was vaguely related to Sean Connery, but
He looks good without his shirt.
I will say that I'm not complaining.
You know we're going to turn into this couple.
Well, we already are.
Watching the TV. I don't like Dr. Face.
Oh, I don't mind Dr. Face. Oh, turn that thing off.
Why am I the far right-wing abusive husband in this relationship?
Oh, I thought I was. Because I was. You sounded like, was it Etta?
I don't know her name.
Clara's grandmother, anyway. Although I have to say, the one upshot for voting night and pressing buttons, you don't have to go to a voting booth.
Yeah, but it's like liking something on Facebook and you just do it from home.
Well, that's
what they're doing to this governor, is it kill. There's no kill button on Facebook. I wish there were.
Are you saying that Vengeance on Varos is just an allegory for Facebook
it's
and
what
social
happens
media?
when Facebook takes over the running of the United States, which Google's awfully close to doing.
Well, we all know that because Google is just a giant amorphous blob with tentacles. That's what the Google is. Well, I have to say though, I do prefer Sill's later costume.
Yeah, it was a bit less football helmety.
Well, it wasn't so much that. He looked more like a turd in this one.
He is a turd, that's the point.
It might be. But
I think the only way to make that role work is to act the fucking hell out of it. Take it way over the top. And God, that actor.
Nabil's fantastic at it. I've not heard the big finishes that he's in.
What's his name? Nabil Shaban?
I think that's how you pronounce the surname. I know it's got an S in it.
It makes him sound like a 19th century fairground magician. Come see the amazing Nabil Shaban.
Well, maybe he was. Maybe he's time travelled. See, look, fetish guards. And
he's wearing this odd muscle costume as well.
Well, what else has it got to do on Thoros Beta? It's got to work out, man. What about all those sexy clams you could be picking up?
What is that chair?
Do you know what
blue chair that's materialized out of nowhere?
Do you know where they get that chair? That's the same place that they keep that sort of bowl of pineapples from the Five Doctors.
Yes, it's in the same position. It's the same colours as Perry, though.
Yes. So really, what they're saying is that Perry is
wearing a chair,
or Perry is a chair there to be sat on by the Doctor.
Actually, this is quite a fetishy episode all up. What with Sill's bodyguards turning Perry into a bird, I think is certainly a bit kinky.
What sort of kink is that?
You like your ladies feathered, do you?
What sort of night out's like, hello darling, I'm just going to alter you into your knife. Whoa, missus.
I'm sure there was a carry-on with that plotline.
Yes. Carry on biology.
Carry on, Dr. Moreau.
Oh yes, now I'm going to get straight into your bloodstream, matron.
Actually, Carry On Screaming might not be that far off. Sorry, has the political subtleties of Vengeance on Varos just escaped you?
This has got a fish on the bottle.
It's got a fish drinking the bottle.
Because I imagine they seem to be not very great in the pants department. So you know what's great about this podcast? Most people are saying, "Oh yes, it's an interesting about the script writing." We're talking about pants.
Come on,
You're getting good value out of this podcast.
Every other podcast talks about the script writing. Someone needs to approach the pants.
Well, I was about to say, we like to go
From a new angle.
Yeah, well, we always like to approach pants at a new angle. I mean, how else are you gonna... I mean, otherwise, it would be, oh yes, Martin Jarvis was a butterfly in William Hartnell's story, The Web Planet.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. It was one of the Menoptera.
I thought you were making a joke.
Do you think the TARDIS has to install updates?
From where?
Well,
It just stops working when the App Store goes
Yes,
down.
I was about to say, for the Gallifrey App Store, they have to constantly load updates. You have not got the latest version of, I-coordinate.
Well, evidently they didn't have location services turned on, or they would have found the Doctor a lot sooner.
Or it's because he didn't sign the agreement. Satire. Oh, he is quite dishy, actually.
I told you.
Well, I thought he was just terrible actor. Normally terrible actors that are sort of... It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with Stupid Face. We had a discussion at dinner talking about people that have stupid face. That are like really lovely, but they've got a case of... No, it's blank.
I can see stuff.
I think you'll find that's shadow or boob.
I know that. Look, there's language. Oh no, it's boob.
Yes, I know that you sometimes mistake the English language for boob.
At least this isn't... Oh, what's the horrible time lash?
Now,
in terms of terrible jargon, time lash has to be the absolute nadir.
Give me an example of terrible things from Time Lash.
Oh, they bang on and on about that gas that turns you into a penis.
Well, it's an important gas to be worried about. Look, you'd be banging on about penis gas if there was a distinct possibility.
They didn't even give it an entertaining name like penis gas. It would have been a lot more threatening. Oh no, Doctor, penis gas.
Well, it would have got to the point. I can't...
And there's Perry being threatened by the massive penis in the caves.
It was quite a terrifying penis and had teeth. If you were tied up and had a giant penis waving at you, you'd be terrified too. And she was going to turn into one of them. He's also ridiculously camp. You're going to be a reptile. Because you'll be all scaly and I can go, oh, look at your scales.
And you'll be fierce. Oh, we've got some magic special effects going on here.
Now hang on, they're not too bad.
No, that's actually alright.
Can I just say that is actually better than that stupid snake ghost thing from Battlefield?
Oh, well, anything's better than Battlefields. I could fight in a paper bag and be better than Battlefield. I like Silver Nemesis, even if it's horribly overloaded and there are very unnecessary Cybermen.
Well, that's very true. There's actually lots of unnecessary. But Kevin Clark, in his pitch meeting to John Nathan Turner, actually was making the claim he was going to write a story where the Doctor is proved to be God.
Oh no.
That was his whole reason why he wrote Silver Nemesis. That was his starting block.
But I absolutely love Lady Painfort. She's one of my favourite villains, and she needs to come back. We ride to destiny! And the American church, we surely do, honey. We surely do. This is the story where he shoves someone into an acid bath, isn't it?
No, now, excuse me. I think you'll find that the one falls in and that one pulls the other one down. The Doctor doesn't, in fact, push anyone into the acid bath.
He makes it quip, though.
Okay, so just because he makes a terrible joke, look, he's got two jerk faces after him trying to kill him, and he makes
the joke in.
I'm too.
What's the vagina plant one?
That's Terror of Ovoids.
Terror of the Ovoids, yes. He got it from Vagina Plant. There's dick gas in this Vagina Plant. Wow, the doctor just acted that knowing it was going to blow up in his face without doing the whole Adric.
Matthew Waterhouse. See, look, I'm sure he doesn't like getting made fun of, but he deserves it.
No one deserves to be remembered for how they were as a teenager,
No.
but I've read his autobiography,
Oh, you-
The Box Boy.
I was about to say, because I'm not read, because
It's one of the most entertaining documents I've ever laid hands on. I read it in about a day.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Right. Does it talk about how he hooked up at a convention?
No,
Oh.
although he is his own favourite subject. I
Mm.
will.
Right.
Let me spoil that one for you.
Right.
And it's written in the third person.
Oh, really?
Yes. With things like, Matthew was an unusually sensitive and intelligent teenager, and you're just reading this guy, fuck, no. Oh, it's like watching a train crash in slow motion.
Right.
Like that one. The one in the funny clothes.
That's some great acting there. What
Come
in the
on.
funny clothes? Oh.
Come on, that's about the level of anyone watching Big Brother or Survivor or something. It's...
What? They sound like Kenneth Williams going through a blender. The purple zone.
Shut up.
What? All I said was I didn't even have a setup or a gag for it. I was hoping that if I said it, something funny would happen.
Yeah, but you said it in a very suggestive way. You drew your salacious
Oh,
affections
yes?
to it.
What was I implying?
What were you implying by the purple zone?
Yes.
You may as well call it the engorged zone.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh no, look out. It's the
The
engorged
engorged
zone.
zone.
Oh, there
See,
it
look,
is.
they're all engorged. Do you reckon they'd make her do boob acting so she leans forward more?
They absolutely do. One good sneeze, those boobs are going to come free. Just, with carry-on sound effects.
Twang!
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point we need Tim Tams.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sheila Reid.
Sorry, is that a stripper name?
No, that's not. Do you know what my stripper
It's
name
like
is?
Chi-Chi LaBoob or something.
Do you know what my porn name would be?
What?
Stripper name? Because it's supposed to be your first pet and your first streak.
Oh, I've got a terrible porn name.
Oh, what's yours?
No, you go first.
Oh,
You
I love mine because mine's Major McAllister.
You got a great porn name. Mine is Cosmo Yathonga.
It sounds like some sort of double entendre. I got a Cosmo Yathonga, if you know what I mean. I got
Cosmo Yathonga? I hardly know that. It's
That's right. How can you say that's terrible? It's great. Oh.
Who got the dark chocolate?
I've got the dark chocolate. How decadent.
Oh, I've got
Tim Tam.
I've got that white coating, which means they've been sitting on the shelf for a while.
Well, it's more the fact of being in the fridge.
Yeah.
They're extra fridgely. Oh yeah, we're also watching Doctor Who.
What?
What?
I'm sorry, this Tim Tams gone absolutely everywhere.
That's right. Not my couch. Look at me, privileged white middle class. Oh, yeah.
Little known fact, David, what the bloody hell is that?
Oh.
They're shooting off fireworks outside during our recording, if you please.
Well, that's the sign. Oh, you must prepare yourself for the trailers. Most people leave with a scream.
But I like the exterior shots. I didn't even know they existed until recently, and that is really getting on my tits. Light, happiness, A Doctor Who fan cares not for these things. I don't know if you get this thing, but whenever I'm watching a hanging or an execution or something, I think, oh quick, I've got to pay attention in case I'm ever in front of a firing squad and I need to escape. What does the Doctor do? And it's never useful.
Yes, because usually something stuffs up, or it's not real.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Or yes.
Someone comes and rescues him at the last minute. I'm like, that's useless. I can't use that.
No, I suppose yes. You can't really go. Okay, so if you're in a fighting school, wait for some Jacobites to turn up.
Can't wait to grabbing her by the boob.
I was about to say, come on, can you move? Doctor, she's responding. I don't get it. She's not quite moving yet. Honk honk.
Oh, sitting in the orgasmatron, giving a few good twitches there. He's making his O face. Oh,
The
we're
worst
coming
thing
up.
is the noise. It's like
Maybe that's what that stupid Dalek was doing in the chase.
Oh, it's all
The Daleks always make that noise when they die. It's like
I want to say things, but it'll be far too
Oh, that
rude.
Dalek from Death to the Daleks that commits suicide for no apparent reason. I have failed. Oh!
It's just like it's really hard to do double take acting.
Oh, give us your double. David was in an advertisement recently.
my classic double take acting.
Look at how much dirt my vacuum cleaner can vacuum up.
Actually, you see that bit before where Sill's doing the hand thing. It's great. You just take that as an animated GIF and put some sort of discotheque in the background there.
What? Where is it?
Yes. Well,
Brilliant bitches.
oh my God, they're being attacked by nappy men.
It's like the nerds running onto the football field in The Simpsons.
Let's get out of here.
In the 90s, there was a website called the Doctor Who Dance Page, and they had a background song.
Do you have a whole bunch of Doctor Who little animated GIFs?
You remember it?
Of course I do.
Oh.
It has like all the doctors,
Yeah.
and they were just little doctors that would go like.
Yeah. But then the 7th Doctor one I loved because it was him cradling the guitar from
Delta and the Bannerman.
Delta and the Bannerman.
Yes, I remember seeing that. That was back in the days when animated GIFs was cool before they went out and before they became cool again. As you can see, we've run out of funny. We're just trying to find out silly ways to pronounce titles. Smengeance on Smaros.
Yes. Smengeance on Smaros.
I shall wreak my Smengeance on you.
It will be the deadly Smengeance
Yes.
of deadly Smevenge.
And that's why Moffat doesn't like writing The Master, because he
But he
thinks
does
he's
it
a
so
joke.
well.
Yes.
My Latin teacher always pointed out the difference between William Hartnell and Tom Baker is because they both do the same joke. When the communications device is lowered over their head, or in William Hartnell's the web
Place is
and then the thing comes over his head, and he says, "Well, hurry up with this hair dryer or whatever it is." But with Tom Baker,
He couldn't possibly look gayer doing that, but go
I'm
on.
doing my William Hartnell impression here.
Okay.
But with Tom Baker, they're hooking him up to something, and he says, "Don't leave it in too long; it gets frizzy." And now what do we do?
Well, as much as the fact is that we didn't really comment much about the story, it's really hard not to comment, apart from the fact that there's the obviously shit things. But it's still a great story.
It's brilliant. I love it.
But I find that the Colin Baker era is nowhere near as bad. Maybe after Wine, I don't know. Like, for instance, you converted me from being a Two Doctors hater to a Two Doctors lover. If this makes it into the cut, I'll murder you. But overall, your thoughts on Vengeance on Varos? Even though we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, smashing stuff. Yeah, it's top notch.
Look, I have to say that I thoroughly enjoy it because of I'm a big sucker for satire, and I love the fact that this was taking on government issues at the time, but also television at the time. It's very much at the time, and that's why I think Philip Martin is fabulous as a writer.
But Rule Lenska is absolutely incredible as someone who actually genuinely acts cynical and who seems to be over all of this spacey wacy stuff.
But she's really good, and she's like
she's the kind of character they wanted in Earthshock as the captain.
Yeah.
You know, someone who was just cynical and to the point and just didn't care about all
Instead,
this
you got Beryl Reid.
with her amazing beehive.
Oh my, it's all the space, whatnot. Go and do the thing, Woodrow. Oh my. That's exactly how she said it. My impression is top
I
notch.
just picture her with a pearl necklace and a martini in one hand.
Oh my. Let's do the thing with the space. But I don't know what would be watching this because when we next
we're going to be podcasting again, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I think so. I think I might be drunk enough to suggest, yes, we should be doing more of this. Oh, hang on. What? This is the internet. Why don't you tell us what you want us to look at? We could choose
How many
stuff.
viewers do you think we have?
There's at least 3. Surely.
Yes, and I could have just asked any of those 3 personally.
Well, pick fault, if you will. I just
I
thought it
will.
was a nice link to the
What do
audience.
you mean, if I will? It's the entire point of this podcast, is it not?
Well, alright. Okay, we'll figure out something. But hopefully at some point you will hear another regular podcast that will have us rabbiting on about something. Look at all that rabbiting going on.
So much rabbiting.
But until then, I've been David Innes.
I've been St. John Carp.
And this was the Carnival of Bastards.